Hello and welcome back to Mystic Brick, the channel where I'll be building my own medieval fantasy Lego creations. My name is Sean, and I just wanted to say that I am so grateful for the outpouring of support this first week of launch. Thank you so much for showing up and being a part of this. You know, we're going to have so much fun together. Today we're going to be looking at base plates 3 and 4, the Convoy and the Brigands. So let's just get right on into it. All right, picking up where we left off last week, and during this little flyover here of base plates 1 and 2, the Smithy and the Knights, we're heading into the next set of base plates, which rest just above, calling this chapter the Convoy and the Brigands. I just wanted to give you a bit of a look in situ here with the whole MOC before we take a deep dive. Yeah, that's kind of the overview. Let's get stuck in. So this is the first of the 2 base plates, and as you can see, the focal point is this wagon, which is actually a companion piece to the medieval blacksmith set, though I have more than doubled its size, and I will talk about that in a little bit more detail here in a second. But yeah, we're just gonna spin around here, and you can see the edge of the river, which I created, some rapids there in the river, indicated by those sloped translucent tiles, the 1x1, some pink frogs in there, kind of cute, just hanging out, you know. And then we've got this tree stump that is starting to regrow. Either was cut down or fell over, I don't know, but here we are. It's starting to regrow, and you can see the different plant elements I've used for that. The wall that runs along both sides of the road is a wall in ruin, and I've tried to indicate that as well as I could with the pieces that I had at the time. You know, I put these little flat rounded tiles here, the 1x1 rounded tiles, to indicate fallen blossoms because it is spring. I thought that was kind of cool, you know, the little pink rounds there. It's kind of nice. And then we've got, you know, just more of a little in-depth look there into the back of the wagon. Again, I'm going to discuss that a little bit more. Spinning around, you can see the nice barding, the Black Vulcanite barding I managed to get for some of these horses, a little bit more difficult to find, but not too much so. And then, yeah, all these different plant elements that I've used, you'll see in a lot of different parts of this diorama that I've tried to keep the same sort of palette in certain areas when it comes to flowers and whatnot, which I think just makes sense. Both of these 2 minifigs came with a medieval blacksmith set. Such great minifigs. I will detail them a little bit more in just a bit here, but yeah, there we go. This is the first base plate, looking pretty good, and you know, they're all completely oblivious to the ambush coming their way, except maybe the Wolf Knight over there. I think he might have figured something out. All right, this is base plate number 4, and the focal point here is going to be the tree, of course, and this tree comes from the botanical line, the bonsai tree set that Lego put out a couple years ago. It is a fantastically built tree, extremely intricate, just wonderfully designed. I can't say enough good things about it. I have amended it some by adding the dark pink leaves and just putting the blossoms on there, because again, we're in springtime. But yeah, what a wonderful design. Got a little squirrel on top here, kind of hanging out, checking out the scene. And then below, I have this centaur, and it's kind of a mashup of the centaur CMF that came with one of the earlier CMF lines, and the fawn as well. I kind of added them together, and then I took the centaur torso, and I've used that later on. Just gonna straighten that guy out there. Spinning around, you can see again, I've tried to keep that floral palette kind of the same way, similar plants growing together in the same place. And you can see that there's a sack under this tree. I'm not sure if someone has forgotten it there. It's just been there for a long time. Who knows what's inside it. But anyway, we're going to spin around and start to get a look at these 3 minifigs here, who are the first of the bandits that are going to be attacking the convoy. And it is led by this barbarian, which is from the latest CMF Series 25. And I added just like a gem to her sword. Such a cool sword. I love that sword so much. And the other two behind are just an amalgamation of different minifig parts, some really cool pieces in there. I thought, I don't know. You can see the stump here that I've put in, and I added some roots to this tree a little bit. But I think it's looking really pretty great, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I hope you are as well. Okay, gonna take a close look at that wagon now. And again, you know, the original wagon that came with the set was about half the size, not anywhere near as intricate and detailed as all this. It was really just an empty wagon. But I've added a lot of things here. I've put some sacks of gold down there. You can see beneath the slats there's a chalice, a gold chalice, a very expensive bottle of wine, which they must have received from a merchant in town. And I'm just going to spin this around here. The lantern did come with the original set, which is cool. But I've added this streamer on the side here with the black spear, which I think is cool and shows the colors of the Black Falcon Knights. I've added 2 more minifigs and just a bit of a peek inside there, you can see. I'm going to spin this around to the back, and this piece here comes off very easily. Now you can see the crate full of swords, which they received from the blacksmith, a very special piece of armor in a chest, right up there. And then a map from a cartographer that they received, in town. You know, hint, hint, a storyline that yet to be revealed. Spinning it around a little bit more here. You know, I used, again, pieces that I had. You can get a kind of a better look in here at the golden helm that's in there. Just a little bit of a peek at it. I do realize that this is a heavy load for this poor horse to pull by itself, and I have been looking for a companion for him, but I need to find another harness. Kind of difficult. And then also you can see the shields I put on the side, the Black Falcon Knight shields. I thought those were kind of a nice touch, but overall I'm very happy with this. Okay, looking at our minifigs, and first the Bandits. Again, this is a mashup of the Fawn and the Centaur from CMFs 15 and 21 respectively. And then I just added a different mini head there, gave him a bow and a whip, which I think is pretty cool. He's sweating because I think he realizes the Wolf Knight has just spotted him, you see. And then moving on to the Barbarian, again from CMF 25. I really like this headpiece, even though some people don't like the color. The mini head itself is great, it's double-sided, and yeah, gave her that nice gem to put on her sword there. And then the third one here is, a different bunch of minifig pieces put together. The torso and the legs do belong together. The Vampire Hunter set, you can see the garlic hanging off her belt there. I just thought that was kind of cool. And the scar across the eye, it's one of the most iconic, I think, female mini heads. Really, really great. Gave her a double-sided spear sort of weapon, which I think is really cool, works well, functions as a medieval weapon. And then the shield is from the Forestman set, which they've started to print again, and really is great shield design. I'm glad they are doing that. And then our last minifig is again just a sort of collection of various different pieces. I took the capelet and the legs from the recent CMF series 25, the Inspector minifig that came with that. Torso, I'm actually not sure where that torso piece is from, but hey, I think it works pretty well. And then the double-headed axe. Yeah, looking mean, looking cool. She's got the nice sort of green-blue lips there as well, which I think just kind of goes well with everything. So here we are, this eclectic band of bandits, the very first look at them. Dig it. Alright, and now we're looking at the Black Falcon Knight minifigs. These first two are just absolutely great. They came with the medieval blacksmith set. The mini head for this first guy is really unique. It's really great. I love how the mustache sort of comes over his lips there. And then the hair piece is really great too. It's unique, very well done. The second one here is also just fantastic. Her mini head is double-sided as well as the first one, and just wonderfully designed. She's got that sort of bandana around her head, and then the hairpiece as well is unique and just lovely. I really dig it. And then, you know, the third one we have here is from CMF 24, the Falconer. Oh man, I love this minifig, all parts of it. The legs are absolutely unique. You can see her little pouch there to feed the falcon. Her headpiece is just really cool too, even though it's that red color. I think it's really great. And then she's got this special arm for the falcon as well, which is lovely. And you can see her sort of neck piece there to hold her cape, which is a unique cape as well. I mean, just a wonderful minifig. The bow is a new bow. I dig it. What a great addition. Yeah, really like that. And then, you know, this is my own creation, the Wolf Knight, I'm calling him. Gave him a really cool sword, shield, and a wolf head. Yeah, I got him a nice black breastplate rather. Just really great. I think it worked out well. And then this fellow is just one of the knights that sits atop his steed. Yeah, kind of a generic mini head there, but hey, it works out well. Got the nice mustachio. And then, yeah, you can see a nice close-up of the barding over here. A very cool, all in all, just a great little collection of minifigs. So I just wanted to show you both of these base plates put together, and to set this scene a little bit. The forefront of the convoy here, we have a father and daughter duo, two Black Falcon Knights that have been traveling missions such as these for some time now, although this route is somewhat new. The father has bestowed much of his wisdom and experience on his daughter, who has now become well respected, especially for her dealings with the merchants in the city and her ability to spread the rapport of the Black Falcon Knights. And then, of course, standing atop the wagon, we have the Falconer, long-standing member of the Austringer unit of the Black Falcon Knights. She is the new recipient of this handsome falcon, rumored to have been gifted to her by the Wolf Knight, with whom she has struck up an insouciant romance. And the Wolf Knight, of course, is a much feared and revered knight within the Black Falcon faction, his legend having been spread now across most of the kingdoms hereabout. And his presence is quite unexpected this day, especially by those who seek to attack the convoy, one of whom is this centaur, and hails from the distant lands of the Far East. And while his kind is uncommon in these parts, not entirely unknown, but he is a renegade of sorts, lured here by the leader of these brigands, the prospect of great fortune, although I think he is perhaps beginning to regret that decision at the present. Having now spotted the Wolf Knight atop the convoy, this was supposed to be an easy job, you see, and quick to execute. But perhaps what will grant him further guile in the moments ahead is his companionship. Band of cutthroats headed by one of the last standing barbarians of her kind, her tribes having come down from the north, most of them having been slaughtered by the Black Falcon Knights. She has vengeance in her heart, you see, and wishes to exact that vengeance this day, and has gathered to her a small band of miscreants, malfeasant types, in search of coin and fame. And all of them have been lured here by the leader of these brigands, the wizard in his tower, whom you shall meet later in this MOC. And so the scene is set, and who knows what will transpire? Only time and the fates will tell. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you so very much for showing up again and being a part of this journey. Hope you're having fun with it as much as I am. And if you've liked what you've seen here today and would like to see more, please consider leaving a like or hitting that subscribe button. I will see you all again next week for Chapter 3. All right, bye-bye now.